The number 5 appears on a black background. I don't know, the 5 has to have some kind of a meaning. This is followed by water, bubbles, black water, and then red water. Shuffle the cards. More black water and Philly Metz appears. Philly underwater, bubbles, no eyes, gaping hole where the mouth's supposed to be, decomposition. Seawater plays hell on the complexion. No eyes. 2 eyes now looking. 2 dots. And finally, total decomposition. Just 2 gaping holes. 3 gaping holes where the eyes and the mouth are supposed to be. Then sunlight. Sunlight to the west. Sunlight. Shuffle the cards. Yeah. Shuffle the cards. More black water, more bubbles. No faces. And then skeleton on the side. And then Dwayne, aka Dwayne, in a white sheet, mouth open, eyes closed, decomposition again, mouth open, eyes closed, suffering, and then Stan grief. His face looks like it's made up of scales. Stan grief, the purple background. This is what I see in dreams. This is what I've created so you'll understand. Shuffle the cards again. Shuffle one more time. Feel suffering. And then something with roots growing around a face. Could be underground. Eyes, no eyes. Half a face, decomposition. Out of focus. A wall. Something made out of stone. 2 eyes, 2 dots for eyes. And then a monstrous face, angry. Another, looks like he's in a sheet. And then here we go back underground again. 1 white dot for an eye. And then no eyes, no mouth. And finally, just nothing more than a shadow on a wall. I don't know what it all means, but I've created it, helping you understand it. Where are they? I can't find them. They've disappeared. And I'm sitting here making my little videos. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start to look. No written lines. It's very much like one of my drawings. I just start it and it ends up wherever it ends up. I talked about the weather today, how it was like a gifted jazz musician, improvisational jazz musician who just comes out and plays and you never know what you're going to get. That's kind of how I wanted to handle this. I wanted to make this about my art. I wanted to make it about how I do the art, what I do, and we'll go along like that. It'll feel like it's skipping and jumping and skipping some more. It will feel very, very unsophisticated. But hopefully in the end, it's the art that's going to star in this. Not so much me, not the artist. Right now I'm heading out to my Tuesday afternoon dinner appointment. I go to Anthony's. Restaurants figure in big to the art because This is phone art. I take my phone with me and I do I create this art while I'm in restaurants and bars. There's been half a dozen places that I have created this. When I post it on Instagram, I'll tell you the bar, this restaurant that I've been in, and where it was created. There's a number of them, and it's you know, I go to any number of places. It's not cheap. It's usually $20-$30 to get something, and then I come home. I also create late at night when I can't sleep. Uh,
They're on a list that I made. Billy never knew about it. Billy didn't know nothing. I kept a list. Their names. I drew pictures of their faces. Not very good faces, just faces. Just faces. I said before this often had children. And here they were. On top of me. I think I know what information he needs. He's hiding. These faces. I made them ugly because I couldn't stand to look at them. They made them frown, bad mood, confused, missing teeth, their eyes. They were all ugly. I never got to fall in love with a boy my own age.
Howdy, how you doing? it those like meat lovers skillet or something.
Okay.
But don't put any cheese on it.
Okay.
And then side of bacon,
Okay. How do you want the eggs?
sunny side up.
Okay.
Does that come with toast?
It doesn't.
It doesn't?
On the side?
Yeah, on the side, I guess.
What kind? White meat?
Right.
Dry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'll get you right in.
Thank you, sweetie.
Welcome.
I'm at the end of my 5th episode of Deadman'S Paradise. And it seems like the story is just getting started. There are many things I got to do, and so I've made up a bunch of questions that I'm going to answer, and hopefully they'll move the story along. Okay. There we go. First episode. Why is there no music at the introduction? I didn't want to put it in. I wanted people to look at the pictures, the car driving across the causeway, and I decided to hold off on any sound effects or music until that intro was over. That's the first answer to the first question. Okay, the story about your first painting, the one you gave to your sister, was that real or was that fiction? No, that was a real story. I started painting in my 40s, and I started when my mother suggested that we all make our own gifts. I made that for my sister and gave it to her. I wasn't sure if she would like it or not. But to my surprise, she did like it. She framed it. And I was over at her house one day for dinner. I fell asleep on the sofa. And when I woke up, that was the first thing I saw when I woke up. And I thought to myself, it doesn't look half bad. Maybe I'll try another one. And I've been painting ever since. Quoting Bukowski, is that something you're doing to try and get street cred? No, I really like the quote. I thought it fit in with the story. I have read a lot of Bukowski and think he's a genius. But I like that quote. I know what's going to happen here. It's going to turn into a long film, he said. That was the reason. Now, there have been times when I've put quotes in just to take up space, to fill time, but I felt that a quote was very appropriate. How far outside of Tampa was Villy's cabin? It was roughly an hour. I want to say an hour to an hour and a half. But, you know, depending on traffic. When I picked the girls up at 5 o'clock in the evening, there was a lot of rush hour traffic on that road, so it could turn into a 2-hour trip. How far outside? It's probably closer to Ocala than it is to Tampa. Okay. You said every work of art deserves a name. And as does every child deserve a name. Yes, I believe that. Anything you create needs to have a name. Are you trying to say your works of art, are like children to you? In a way, I guess they are. Some I like better than others. Some I'll display. Some you'll never see. But I don't know. What other ailments are you suffering from besides diabetes? I have epilepsy. I have neuropathy. Uh, Diabetes on top of that. I'm taking a lot of drugs and I see a lot of doctors. I'd like to get off of the drugs, but I tried different remedies. Some I see online, some are good, some are horrible, some are not so good. But those are the other ailments. How big is your apartment? It's between 900 and 1,000 square feet. Not enough room, not enough wall space for all the art that I would like to hang up, but it's a nice little place to live. Okay, do you know what the girls were subjected to in that motel? No. I dropped them off. I never went in. There was nobody there to meet me. There was first day. There was a guy who came out and led them in. I don't know what happened to them. They left me notes. I would like to be able to tell you, but I was assured that they weren't being led into prostitution. Villy said they had a much more important calling or a job to do. Okay. Okay, this is the morning call to contact. Who were you talking to? I have a contract with a group of producers in California who are looking to produce a movie, but they want to go about it a little bit differently. They don't want to look for a screenwriter or a guy with a great story or anything like that. They want somebody to send them videotape. They want the story videotaped before they decide to go along and turn it into a movie. Okay. I'll just tell you the contact that I spoke to was, what was her name? I think her name was Alice. Okay, where is the graveyard located? Where in the state of Florida? Don't have an address, but It's up around the Big Bend region of Florida. It's in the sticks. There's no real town nearby. Uh, but Big Bend area is where it's at roughly. Is Hamburger Universe real or is it something you made up? Uh, no, it's a fictional place. We did go out for dinner a lot, Villy and I, but if we went to a place that actually exists, I'm not going to tell where that place was. Okay. Are you going to demonstrate how to make phone art? Not right now. I want to keep it to myself. I'm sure people can figure it out. I'm sure a lot of people have figured it out. But I have my little way of doing it. Other people probably have their way of doing it. My granddaughter does hers on a tablet, or she's got a much bigger surface. So, okay. Where is the Dutch consulate located in Miami? That's 701 Brickell Avenue, number 500, Suite 500, Miami, Florida. It's in Miami. Why it's in Miami, I don't know. Uneven sound throughout the picture. I'm sorry. Most of this is being done on a phone. And so there's going to be uneven sound. I try to keep my voice loud and give you the best quality sound that I can. At least enough to be heard. I want to be heard. I need, information needs to get out. Why do you use the picture within a picture so much? When driving, why plaster your art over the windshield of the car? This is in post-production. I put several reasons. One, to hide mistakes that I've made. The other, why do I put it over so you can't see the road. I don't want people to know where I'm going or where I'm headed. And so I've committed a crime, and I don't want people to know where I'm headed. These films, these little videos that I make are like my little trail of breadcrumbs. It'd be very easy to find me. In fact, it has been very easy to find the people I've worked with. They've all disappeared. Okay, what do we got next? Okay, did your relationship with these girls extend beyond just driving them to and from the motel and then back to the cabin? No. The only place I saw the girls was in the van. And the only time I had any real interaction was when I was giving them art that Billy paid me to give them. They were very nice. I couldn't find anything wrong with them. They were very, 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 very intelligent. Uh, they all spoke English, some better than others. They also spoke Dutch, French, and German. I didn't have any favorites, but they were very nice. How did you find pictures of the girls' families? The news. They flashed across the news. Girls had been kidnapped out of various cities in Holland. They were taken to the United States. Okay. Episode 2, there's music with the intro. Yes, that's right. How close do the girls, how close do the AI generated girls, AI generated characters match up with the real people? I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, they're between a 5 and a 7, some better than others. Do these girls like art? I think really they never said. I think they like being teenagers. They never said if they liked art or not. Have you assigned each girl why have you assigned each girl a Dutch city and a famous artist that comes from those cities? It's a way of expanding who they are. That's, I really don't know them. And so I want to know what's going on around them. Starting with the famous artist that came out of Holland. It used to be quite the place. That's all I'm going to say for now.